Hey everyone, and welcome. So today we're going to break down one of the most incredible experiences a developer can have, Google Summer of Code. We're going to build your ultimate roadmap to getting selected, and we're going to turn this huge, kind of intimidating goal into a super clear step-by-step plan. Okay, but let's just kick things off with a question for you. What if I told you that you could spend your summer contributing to amazing open source projects, getting experience that recruiters drool over, and earn a serious stipend from Google? And no, that's not some hypothetical dream. That's literally what Google's Summer of Code is all about.
So, let's get right into it. For anyone who's maybe new to this whole thing, you might be asking, what is Google's Summer of Code anyway?
Okay, so at its heart, GSoC is this global program Google started way back in 2005. And the idea behind it is actually pretty simple, but honestly, it's brilliant. Basically, Google pays you a stipend to work on a real live open source project for the summer. You're not working on some throwaway assignment, you're contributing to code that people all over the world actually use every single day.
Now here's something you really need to pay attention to. Who can actually participate? See, for years, this was pretty much a students-only club. But, and this is a big but, since 2022, they completely opened the doors. So now, as long as you're 18 or older, you could be a university student, a recent grad, or even a professional who's already working. It's way more accessible than you might think.
Okay, so we know what it is, but let's talk about why this is such a huge deal. Because trust me, this is so much more than just another line on your resume.
All right, let's get to the part everyone's curious about, the money. The stipend you can earn from GSoC can be anywhere from around 80,000 all the way up to 3 lakh rupees. I mean, that's a huge amount of money for just one summer's work, especially if you're a student. And just to put that into perspective, for a lot of people, that's literally enough to pay for your entire year of college fees. Think about that. So we're not talking about just some pocket money here. This is a real financial game changer that lets you just focus on what matters, learning and contributing. But you know what? The money is just the tip of the iceberg. The real magic of GSoC is how it just turbocharges your career. Forget building another to-do list app for your portfolio. Here, you get actual hands-on experience with massive industry-level projects. Plus, you're building a global network, connecting with mentors and developers from some of the best tech companies out there. All of this, it's like a giant flashing sign to recruiters that you know your stuff, which, you guessed it, seriously boosts your chances of landing an amazing job.
All right, time to get practical. If you're really serious about this, and I hope you are, you absolutely have to understand the timeline. Because success in GSoC isn't about what you do in March. It's all about the prep work you do months before.
So, take a good look at these dates. You see that student application period? It doesn't even open until March. But your journey? Oh, that starts way earlier. The big moment is in February when Google announces the accepted organizations. That's your starting gun. That's when you need to dive in, start exploring, and making those first crucial contributions. Honestly, the people who get selected have often already proven themselves long before they even hit submit on their application.
So the big question is, how do you actually do all that? Well, this next part is the real heart of our guide today. This is your clear step-by-step roadmap to get you there.
Okay, here it is, your path to GSoC. Step 1, you have to master Git and GitHub. This is totally non-negotiable. It's the language of open source. From there, it's all about playing it smart. Stick to a tech stack you already know and feel comfortable in. Seriously, don't try to learn a brand new programming language while also trying to figure out a huge, complex project. That's a recipe for disaster. Then, you shortlist just 2 or 3 organizations, find that first easy issue to tackle, and then, and this is super important, you engage with the community and just stay consistent.
Now, I really want to zoom in on that shortlisting step for a second. This is one of the most important pieces of advice I can give you. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. You could be the star contributor for an organization, but guess what? There's zero guarantee that organization will even get selected for GSoC in any given year. So by spreading your efforts across 2 or 3, you dramatically increase your chances that at least one of them makes the cut.
Okay, so this leads us to what is, for a lot of people, the scariest part of this whole journey, actually picking the right organization.
I mean, it can feel totally overwhelming, right? You've got hundreds of projects, all using different technologies, so how on earth do you find the one that's the perfect fit for you?
Well, I've got a pro tip for you. There's this amazing website called GSocOrganizations.dev. You have to check it out. It's a fantastic tool that lets you filter all the past GSoC organizations by the tech they use. But here's the killer feature.
It shows you their participation history. And that little piece of data is pure gold.
And this right here shows you exactly why that history is so important. On one side, you've got an organization like BRLCAD. Look at that. They've been in GSoC pretty much every year for a decade. That's what you call a smart bet. But then you look at an org like Bio.js, which only showed up once way back in 2016. Contributing to them for GSoC, that's a super risky choice.
Okay, and when you do find a project that looks cool, please don't get scared off if you see a long list of technologies you don't recognize. Here's the secret. They're not looking for someone who already knows everything. That's not the point. What they are looking for are people with strong fundamentals who are eager and able to learn. They fully expect you to have to learn a new framework or a new library on the go. That's part of the experience.
All right, you've got the knowledge, you've got the roadmap. Now it's time to actually do something. Let's talk about how you make that all-important first contribution.
This is how you get your foot in the door. It's simple. You go to the GitHub page for an organization you like. You click on the Issues tab, and then you look for labels like Good First Issue or Beginner Friendly. These are literally issues that the project maintainers have flagged as perfect for newcomers. It's like a welcome map. Solve one of those, submit your pull request, and then, and this is the step most people forget, join their Discord or their Slack and say hello. Introduce yourself.
And as you keep going, just remember this one simple rule. Quality and consistency will always beat quantity. A mentor would much rather see one person who consistently makes thoughtful contributions and asks smart questions than someone who just spams the project with a dozen tiny typo fixes. It's about showing you care and you're there to help for the long run.
So there you have it. The entire roadmap, from just thinking about GSoC to actually being a serious contender. The path is laid out for you. But it doesn't start until you take that first step. Everything, this whole amazing journey, starts with just one single contribution. So the only real question left is, what's yours going to be?